Yo, yo, yo. What's good? What's good? It's Stormybman, and I am back. Welcoming you to Nerds on Culture with Stormybman for this Monday, December 8th, 2025. This is number 145 in the series of Nerds, as tonight we bring you a topic of the best weapons in films. Part 1, because we can go through a series of shows talking about best weapons in films, and when you factor in like graphic films or comic book films, that's a whole different set of articles that may require precise attention. So we're going to open it up a little bit for the first show and kind of go across the board a little bit, but it's a hell of a conversation to have, you know, because it takes you back to the cinematic experience where you get a chance to watch some of your favorite films and enjoy what was great about them when it came down to action scenes and weapons that were used on screen. There's some great choreography that can be involved in this, or just a great creative idea of how to use something as a weapon in movies. So that's what we're going to talk about a little bit tonight. I hope everybody has come here with a positive spirit, because we're in an uplifted place where we're going to try to get our nerd on this evening. And I got my brother Drew Titan in the building with me to talk about this. What's going on, Drew? How you feeling, bro?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's get it on and popping. It was actually a great day, you know, minus the mishap this morning, but we all got that worked out. But man, oh man, I didn't consult with you in reference to like what we're gonna do as far as what weapons are. I mean, I don't know if we was ranking them. But when I saw what we were doing this evening, you know, I before you even said it, I said, man, we can't do this in one. And then I said, oh, it says part one, of course. I said, of course, because there's things here, man. It's like, man, y'all gonna see how fun this is, man. Salute to everybody in the chat. I see you, Stogun, Universal Truth, Columbia. Salute to you, Queen. Actually, it's funny. Columbia, I went to your your page. You know, we gotta make sure everyone's real. And she's a Bruce Lee fan.
Uh-oh.
Bruce Lee fan. Yeah, so salute to you. Steve Elder Max, salute. Yeah, man. Yeah, so this is yeah, I'm liking this, man. I'm liking this. This
has to subscribe to the Kung Fu Temple and Entertainment channel ASAP.
Yep.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's some great Bruce Lee content over there. November 27th was Bruce Lee's 85th birthday, and I did a special video and pay homage to Bruce Lee and the whole Bruce Lee you know, fanfare thing. So please go over to that channel and you know, check it out. Yeah, I'm sure you will enjoy it. If someone who subscribed to the channel is in the chat, can they please post the link in there? I got a lot of things going on in the background here. I'm broadcasting over 3 channels here. I got this channel, I got the Temple of Culture and Entertainment channel, plus the Rumble channel. So we got it going on over here.
Yeah, we got a lot going on over here. Let me grab that for you.
Yeah, so I'm just excited. I think I'm going to be doing a few more streams off of my StreamYard because it seems to be a little bit easier than the OBS. OBS has been giving me some issues. You know, you and I, we kind of exchanged some messages. You were telling me about checking my bandwidth and everything.
Yeah.
I think that they've made some changes which will require me to make some changes. So yeah, for the foreseeable future, at least I have my backup with my StreamYard that I'm able to do this. And you guys don't forget to be a follower over at Rumble, because the sooner I could get to 100 followers, then I can just upload and go live strictly from there if I so choose to do so. Right. All I need is 100 to get it going. Yep. It's a simulcast, you know, up until then. But once I achieve that goal, then we can just rock from Rumble. So hey, that sounds pretty good. Rock from Rumble. Yeah.
Rock from Rumble.
So we'll be able to get that done. And so Drew, getting into this particular subject, you know, because we didn't get a chance to talk about it. And I know when you saw this title, what went across your mind when you say, well, damn.
You know what it's like, man? You know. Sometimes when I see the titles of what we're doing on Mondays, it's like the movies where they zoom in on the characters' eyeballs and they just start thinking of stuff. So many things went through my mind. And I said, there's no way we can do this in one damn show. And I looked and it said part 1. I said, oh, there you go. There you go. Because we got to come back to this. But man, oh man, for whatever time we got, I'm sure you wrote it down. And we pretty much on the same page, man. I know off the top of my head, even if we have to go online and pull it, we could pull it.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the thing too. It's like, because the cinematic experience begins from whenever you first went to the movies, huh? And it's like it could take you back. Some people, man, you could have been at the theater with your pops or something, and he might have taken you to see the Kirk Douglas film Spartacus. You understand? And it's like something like that, man. You see the sword and sandal genre is what it's called, and you see films like that, and next thing you know, you grabbing a garbage can lid, you know, you got you a little cardboard cutout sword or something, you know, and you imitating what you saw in the movies. And for the most part, that's what it's all about, man. It's a lot of fun behind this. And again, it takes us back to you know, when things were so organic is, for lack of a better term, organic meaning that in its original form, how we came upon it, and it was before anything else. It's like, oh, this is the first. It's like, so we got into that, and it's amazing that in the comment section over here on the main channel, his brother Derek Gaines wrote
Yeah,
in
he
the
on it.
chat.
Yep.
He wrote in the chat, and he said Excalibur, and guess what? That's one of the ones
Uh-huh.
that I put in
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
Excalibur, man. Listen, the story of Excalibur, even that, it's like, and how everyone came together as knights of the round table. Tell me about your experience of and your reminiscent of Excalibur and what that was like for you.
Okay, Excalibur. First of all, this was what I don't think they have these. Well, they may or may not. But you remember when they said this is a epic movie event?
Mhm.
Didn't see this in the movies. Where I did see it though, home box office,
Yeah.
and this was so damn long that they had an intermission, and this was these were Irish folks, y'all, and my boy James, he's Irish, and he said these stories are part of his heritage. You know what I mean? So he knows all about it. So when he was a kid, they watched this, and this is the lady in the lake and the sword that's stuck in the rock. And again, I'm a child when this is out. Anything that shot or was a sword, it was the coolest thing in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a lesser time. It was a more innocent time because when you're a kid, you wasn't thinking about race or anything like that. You just identified with the story. You saw a bunch of knights and they at war, good guys versus bad guys, and throwing a dragon or two, and you're hooked.
Yeah,
And
man.
the fact that little boy could yank that sword out of that rock was the coolest thing in the world, man. And I remember it had a black handle, or was the handle gold? Was the whole thing gold, the handle?
I think it changed colors, if I'm not mistaken. It's like because it had a glow to it and everything.
Yeah.
Because special effects were a little bit different back then.
Yeah.
They put that lighting on it to make it look like it was like a glowing goldish type of a hue or whatever. Almost kind of like, if you remember the movie Superman, the movie, when they were on Krypton. Remember how everything was so ethereal and like glowing, like even their costumes and stuff, had that glow to it. It was kind of like that. Yeah.
Look, man, I was a kid, man. I was a sucker for anything that was a sword, and I don't remember so much the story. I remember the movie was long as hell, and I sat through it. But that sword was so cool, man. That sword was so cool. I don't remember the movie verbatim, but I remember the weapon.
Yeah, absolutely.
The weapon. Yes.
And the knights and their sword fights and everything. That's another thing that I'm actually gonna write it down because it's something that we can explore as we do this show, and that's that whole genre of sword and sandal films, because they have always been popular throughout history, and they come around I would say almost every 30 years or so. There's a new influx of the sword and sandal films. Because if you go back to the 50s, they used to have these films with, of course, the Sinbad movies and Jason and the Argonauts and Hercules, those films, Samson. Those films, they came out like that, and then they led to other stuff. You guys heard me mention Spartacus with Kirk Douglas.
Right.
That was kind of like the original Gladiator that we saw from Russell Crowe. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Which stood as a it kind of stood as a model for when Ridley Scott was doing Gladiator, which is also one of my all-time favorite films, Gladiator.
Mhm.
So I'm writing that down now. Sword and Sandal Fit films, and that can be a multiple part show as well. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be dope. I'm
So,
trying to pull this picture up because there's, bro, we definitely have to do a part 2 to this, because as we're talking, I'm like, yo, I remember this, I remember that. Oh man, this was crazy. This was crazy.
and then, you know, the early 2000s, we got a chance to see some great stuff. Like when we're talking about, you know, best weapons in films, I bet you guys wouldn't have never thought I would have thought of something like this. But check this one out when I put this image up on the screen. Remember this cat?
Oh man, he was nice. Oh man, he was nice with it.
Let's talk about Legolas for a minute, man.
He was nice with it.
Man, Legolas
Nice.
was something else, bro. Orlando Bloom was probably never in a better film.
Man, he caught wreck in that film too, man.
Man, let me tell you something. I was like, who is this little Elvis dude?
And he got it on him cracking in that film, man. I gotta tell you.
And he was accurate, bro. And he had I guess his people. And what I loved about Peter Jackson's take on the story of the Lord of the Rings films, he took his time with those movies and he fleshed the people out. I mean, the hobbits, the elves, the dwarves, everyone. He fleshed them out, you know, so that you understood their position in the storytelling. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because some didn't get along with others, and even some still worse than others. But there was a reason behind it. It wasn't just, oh, because you're different from me. But they had certain things. And in the way that he did the film, especially the extended versions, this was wonderfully done with. That's why, do you remember when, what was it? Was it Netflix or one of the apps that did a new Lord of the Rings telling recently over the past few years?
Yes.
I didn't watch that. I didn't watch it at all because I felt like, and even if it was good, people could say, "Oh, it was pretty good," whatever. No, I Peter Jackson's stories and tellings were it for me. I have both the theatrical versions, which was still pretty doggone long, and then I also have the extended versions that came out a little while after the theatricals. And once I saw the extended versions, dude, you couldn't tell me nothing else about these films. Because it was just totally fleshed out. Plus, it holds a special place in my memory bank because my mother, she liked these kind of movies. My mom was a nerd, bro. And
Wow.
she called me up one day. We used to live like a block and a half away from one another. And she called me up one day when the extended versions came out, right? And she said, you know, because I had my little home theater set up in my unit, in my home and everything. She said, I want to come over there and watch Lord of the Rings with you. And I was like, are you serious? No. She's like, no, you said you got the extended ones, the longer versions. I want to come over and watch them. I'm going to come over like on Sunday, and we can start the day off early, have some lunch in between.
There you go.
I want to
That's how you
watch
do it.
all of the movies, she said. Drew and chat, let me tell you something. It's one of my most fondest memories because it was just a few years after that I lost my mom, but it's a memory that I cherish and I hold with me. He came over and we watched Lord of the Rings, and we ate, had snacks, we had drinks, and we just enjoyed those movies. We watched each and every film, the extended version.
That's how you do a day.
And
Some food, watch your favorite movie.
man, we had a darn good time. It was like one of the best times that I could ever, reflect upon. So I think that's another reason why I don't want to watch any other versions of it, because it's like Peter Jackson, if he could get my mom to sit down and watch a damn near 4-hour movie, you know what I'm saying? It's like that's some amazing stuff, bro. And I'll never forget that,
Yeah, that's those are those sentimental moments. Certain things remind you, they take you certain places. That's why we do this show.
Yeah.
The things that we remember, it takes us to certain places, man. Yeah. And like I said, when I read the title, I'm thinking of the weapons and I think of the movie, and I know exactly what time it was. I might not recall the exact year, but I remember where I was in life, and it was a more peaceful time.
Yeah.
It was a more peaceful time. It sure was, man. Sure was.
I got something that you put in here. I'm gonna pull it up real quick.
Now, do y'all know what that is? Y'all might not know. I won't tell you.
I think I know. I think I know what that is.
Okay. I know you know. I know you know. I know Derek Gaines may know. He may. I know
Derek Gaines and maybe Universal Truth. Maybe.
No, yeah.
Come on, guys.
Yeah. Y'all know who this is? Put it in the chat. Let me see if y'all know what this is right here. This is classic right here. This is I know Mr. Shelton might know. Yep. Let me see. Y'all taking too long. This is Conan the Barbarian, first one. This was the enemy.
Yeah.
This was his name was Thorgson.
Thorgson. Yeah.
Thorgrim was his name, and he was waving that hammer, boy, and that was barbaric. It was crazy.
Man, when he hit people with that, he just killed them. He basically obliterated them.
Yeah, you take that to the chest, and it's kind of like spiked on the other end of that. And this actor was also a big Diesel guy. I forget his name, but Stormy, he was in 2 Schwarzenegger movies. He was in this
he was a wrestler, I think. That guy was
he was a pretty big dude.
Do you remember the fight scene with him and him and Conan toward the end, when they were fighting in Thulsa Doom's snake pit place, and he swung that thing at Thor. I keep calling him Thor. At Conan, and Conan ducked it, and he hit that pillar,
and it cracked.
Damn place
he tried to kill his ass. I was like, oh man, that dude is no joke.
Yeah, man. That was great stuff, man.
He that actor was also in the original Running Man. You remember who he played? Because it went over my head. I didn't even recognize him until years later. You remember the security guard? Where at the end Arnold ran up on him. This was the guy from the original Family Feud. What was that? What was the host name?
Richard Dawson.
Yeah. Oh, Stormy, we got to do game shows.
Oh yeah. Let me write that down.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Go
back game shows.
We grew up on those, man, and they were in the 70s. They had tons of them, bro.
A lot of them. It was a big thing.
Tons of them.
So if y'all don't know, the original host of Family Feud was in The Running Man with Arnold Schwarzenegger. And at the very end, Arnold ran up on him, and he was like, do something. And he was treating that security guard real bad the whole film. And the security guard said, yeah, steroids makes me deaf. Because he said that to him. He said, yo, man, move. What, steroids make you deaf? That big security guard, that was him. But he had a beard in a buzz cut in that movie. I didn't even realize that. If you can go to the next picture, you get a clearer look at him.
Yeah, give me a second. I was writing down the game shows in the little book, the special little book we got.
That's him. That's him.
Yeah. He got,
look at that
he got it against Arnold's head.
And I think the story was this guy in real life was a power lifter or something. I think he was a wrestler and a power lifter. He was a big dude. He was actually bigger than Arnold, I think.
Yeah.
He was a big guy. And the other dude with the beard, he was just tall as hell. But that weapon was something crazy. I don't know if it had a name, but you know, I'm looking online. They made some models of him. I didn't even realize that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, this is this was I like that, man. I like that. I really did like that. I believe, how many of y'all in the chat collected G.I. Joe toys? I'm gonna show you something, Stormy. I'm gonna get it real quick. Because
dude, let me tell you something. In the 70s, when they used to make the G.I. Joe action figures, them 12 or 13-foot tall action figures, they had one. I don't know if you remember this, but I got it, but I got it used. It was a black one. He looked like Jim Kelly, and he had a scar on his face. G.I. Joe with the Kung Fu grip.
Black dude, he had a scar on his face?
And he had a fro. And when you touched his hair, it felt like velvet or something. But it was a fro. And he had a little scar on his cheek.
Oh, man.
But he looked like Jim Kelly. It was a G.I. Joe action figure.
The ones from the 70s you talking about?
Yeah.
Oh,
I had one.
You know what? My cousin Derek had that guy.
Yeah. But he looked like Jim Kelly. It's just coming to me now. You know, we did a show on Jim Kelly. Yeah. And I didn't even think of it then, but it just came to me now as we're doing this. He looked like Jim Kelly, bro. He had a fro, and he had a little scar on his face.
I gotta look that up.
It was kind of a raised scar. It was reddish, and it was raised because you know they mold the face plastic or rubber, whatever. But where the scar was, you could run your finger across it and feel it because it was a raised scar on his cheek. I had that Jim Kelly looking G.I. Joe. I had him.
Oh man, what the hell was his name? Crap.
Snoopy Mac said, "Yeah, I had that one." Now, am I telling the truth? He had his hair felt like velvet or something. It was like made out of a certain material. His fro. It was pretty cool, man. Now that I think back on it, he had little muscles and stuff, but not overly like superhero muscles. But he had contoured muscles on the action figure.
I'm gonna do some research on that because I remember seeing that. My cousin Derek had the black one. My cousin Billy had the white guy with the beard. He had General Hawk. And Derek had the black guy with the scar on his face, I believe. Why does that sound so familiar to me?
I'm telling you, I had that thing. I'm gonna see if I can pull it up if it's out there.
While you're looking for that, I want you to look at this guy with the hammer. And if you look at the other picture, if you pull that up, look at his face and look at this G.I. Joe toy. And I had this one. And I'm gonna tell you something that was so cool about this the toy that I had. I had two favorite G.I. Joes. No, three. No, wait. I had a top 5. But my 3 favorites so happen to be Cobra. And this, Stormy gets him in. As soon as, bro. Wait till you see this.
1 second.
Oh, shit. They remade it too? Oh Lord, look at that.
1 second. I'm sorry. It's taking me a minute to do this. Let's see here.
Oh, they remade it. I'm gonna have to buy this. Holy cow. Wait a minute, what's this house? Okay.
Okay, hold on. I think I found it. Yeah, I found it. Hold on 1 second, guys. Let me see if I can pull this bad boy up now. Yeah. Okay, now what do you need me to pull up? Let me see here.
All right, that second picture. You look at this guy's face and pull up the second picture, and look at his weapon and pull up the second picture. This guy from G.I. Joe. That's Road Pig. He's a dreadnought from Cobra. Look at it. Look at his weapon.
Yeah.
And look at his face. You couldn't tell me that they didn't pattern this character. And also the build on this one was a little more muscular than the others.
Right.
You couldn't tell me that they didn't pattern this doll off of that guy. You couldn't tell me that.
Off of him?
Yes.
Yeah.
You couldn't tell me. I said, wait a damn minute. Wait a damn minute. And as a sidebar, we'll get back to G.I. Joe, but I want you to pull up that last. I guess this kind of plays into what we're talking about here. That last picture over there. That's big. That's Big Boa. You know, it's a spinoff of like Cobra. Where everything was a snake involved. Boa constrictor. That was a Cobra trainer. Now, why do you think that was my favorite Cobra? Just take a wild guess. What's he doing there?
Hitting the bag.
Yep, he's hitting the bag. And that's a remake. That's not the original one. That's a remake. But my gosh, he came with boxing gloves. And the story behind this was, at one point, they were gonna make Rocky Balboa, the character Rocky Balboa, an honorary member of G.I. Joe. And they had a doll. I saw the molding for it. But something happened, they never put it out. Back in the day, they had Sergeant Slaughter, the actual wrestler. They made him a member of G.I. Joe. William the Refrigerator Perry. You couldn't buy that in stores. You had to order it. My cousin had that. And look at that. That's it.
That's it, bro.
That's it. That's it right there.
Yeah.
What's his name?
I can't see his name on there. The image is kind of blurry.
That's it.
But his hair was made out of like velvet or something.
Yeah. All the hair on the dolls, it was like kind of like suede or something.
Yeah, something.
Yeah,
it had a texture to it.
Yeah. I remember that. That's it right there. That's it. Man, I ain't see that in years. Look at that. No, I was like a kid.
And he had the Kung Fu grip. That's where that little fist on the box is a Kung Fu grip. That's what they called it back then.
Yeah, that's it. Wow. I haven't seen that in years.
Man.
Crap. Holy cow.
I think I found another image of him out of the box. Hold on a second. Yeah, here it is. Put that up in a minute.
Yeah, well, Big Boa was supposed to be Rocky Balboa's rival. So they never put Rocky as an honorary G.I. Joe member, but they kept this character, and he was the Cobra trainer. So, you know, I had that. He had removable boxing gloves and everything. That was my favorite one. Wow, I ain't see this in Stormy. I ain't see this since like maybe 1980. And by the time I saw it, it was already old. By the time I saw it, it was old.
And this, like I said, it was late 70s, bro, when they had this. Late 70s. I'm gonna put another image up. Let's see here. This is him out of the box. Yep.
Oh, wow. That's it. Look how cool he looks. That's it.
His big ass dog chain.
Yo.
Yeah.
That's it. Look at that. That's the original G.I. Joes, y'all. And I think that was about maybe 7 to 8 inches tall.
No, that was like a 12. I
12. It was kind of, yeah.
I think that was a 12-inch action figure, bro.
Yeah. Wow. I haven't seen that in years, bro.
Right?
I haven't seen that in years.
And whoever has one of these right now in their basement, in their attic, or whatever, packed away, dude, these things they have value to them now. Because when you know what's funny, Drew and chat, it's like when they used to make these type of action figures, those suckers last forever, bro. You had to really be a kid trying to break something to break these, because they were well built and, you know, sturdy, out of a nice firm plastic, you know what I mean? And they were fully articulate and everything.
Yeah. Man, I haven't seen this in forever. Whoa. Whoa. I need to know that guy's name.
Let me see. I still got that page pulled up with him. Let me see if they say his name.
What is his name, man? I remember we took the coat off. He was all shredded and diesel.
Yeah.
That's a rifle he got. He came with something else though, didn't he?
I'm trying to, because I looked them up and I'm looking for the, because you know how they usually put the name with them or something. I'm trying to see if they got a name for him. I don't
probably
see
have it probably have a I don't remember how many of those dolls came out.
I looked it up on the Toy Collector's Guide. This is from 1974. G.I. Joe Kung Fu Grip Adventure Team. It was 4 of them. They called him Adventurer. The next one was a Caucasian guy with a blonde hair and beard called Air Adventurer. Right. Then they had a third guy called Land Adventurer. He was a brunette with a beard. And then they had a fourth one who was clean shaven but a brunette. He was called Man of Action. So these were all released in 1974. See, I told you it was in the 70s. I remember. I thought it was the later 70s, but it was the earlier 70s.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. By the time I saw them, they were already old. And I saw like 79 and 80. They were like in my cousin's toy box. He had all of them. Well, a couple of them. I know my cousin, I think one of them had this one. And Derek is like my oldest cousin.
On the toy guide, it says market value. If you find one box, it's $250 to $350.
Wow.
If they're loose, it's $80 to $120.
Wow.
See that?
Wow.
these were, man, I'm telling you, these were the toys to have back in the day, bro. And I had that. I had my Steve Austin from $6 Million Man.
Bionic Man, y'all, not the wrestler. Bionic Man.
Then I had another. I think I had another action figure. It was a G.I. Joe. And I had him like he was like a Bruce Lee figure or something, but it wasn't Bruce Lee. I just made him into one. But yeah, it's tripped out. Dude, I was a kid back then. I was doing all that crazy stuff, man. I had my little toys, man. I was doing some crazy stuff with my toys, man. I would always make them like special edition. It's like they had, they come when you purchase them, they come a certain kind of way, and I could think of these innovative ideas to make them better. Like when I was buying the Marvel and DC action figures, like the Superman, I had the Superman action figure, but now those were the 8.5-inch figures.
Right.
I didn't like that S they put on his chest, right? Because it was small, and the emblem was like real hard edge corners on it, real sharp. I was like, man, that looked kind of generic. So I made my own S and put it on my Superman's chest. It looked more like he was out of the comics, man. It was like I was doing little stuff like that. Then they had these little capes and stuff that were kind of like, they were made out of some real, back then, I don't know, polyester. I don't know what it was made out of. But I made my own cape from a Superman figure. And, it was lighter weight. So, like, if you hold him a certain kind of way, like he's flying, you can move the cape. And, the cape would be like in a pose of articulation because of the material that I found to make it out of. Man, I was doing all kinds of crazy shit. I had listen, man, you guys are bringing me back to my childhood. We're talking about
oh man, yeah, I remember this cat. Yep. Man.
But yeah, back to the weapons though. Let's get back to the weapons in the movies, because there's some more that I wanted to talk about. Of course, the first ones that I hit up, we had that Legolas, but I wanted to say this guy right here.
Gandalf.
Gandalf, man.
He wasn't fucking around, man.
No, Gandalf. And when he turned into Gandalf the White, he was even more powerful.
Yep.
Remember that?
Yep.
Gandalf. Like Gandalf, when he had reappeared, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I remember that guy."
Man, listen. You remember? Man, it was dope. You remember when he had that fight with Christopher Lee? Oh man, when they start throwing shit around and moving things, I was like, man, it don't get no better than that. It don't get no better than that. Did we do fights in movies? We did that, right?
Fight scenes?
Yeah. Did we do that?
No, we didn't do fights.
Oh man, we gotta do that. That's gonna be a 2-parter too.
Oh yeah. Because fights in movies. But I couldn't put Gandalf up there without putting Saruman up there.
Exactly. Exactly.
This dude was, man, he was cold-blooded. Hey man, how did Christopher Lee live to be damn near 100 years old playing these characters, bro? He was in there.
when he did this movie, I was watching it like, man, is he okay? My gosh. Oh, Young DZ, I did do it on Bad Cave. Nah, we gotta do it again though. We gotta do it again. I did do fight scenes. I did fight scenes on Bad Cave.
Okay.
We gotta do it again though. I think was it movies or was it or cartoons? I gotta look it up. We did do it. But nah, we gotta do it here. We gotta do it here. Oh my gosh.
And there's another one that I added here that I wanted to speak briefly on. Now, this right here is from a kung fu film from the Shaw Brothers from like 1982. It's one of the last films that Fu Xing starred in. He's got a small cameo in here. Legendary Weapons of China. Now, this film is interesting because it features an old Taoist monk along with a man who is seeking him out to take him down. And the monk has legendary expertise in all the major Chinese weapons, and there are 18 weapons.
Yep.
So the two men are played by the Lau brothers. Now, the Lau brothers are Lau Kar-young, which is the younger brother, and Lau Kar-yang, who was also known as Pops. He was the one that used to do a lot of the choreography during the mid to late 70s for a lot of their films like Challenge of the Masters and stuff like that. He was the and if you see the film Monkey Kung Fu,
yep,
he's the lead guy in that Monkey Kung Fu. So he has a great fight with Lo Lei in there because they tricked him into coming to a party because Lo Lei was playing a villain in that, and he wanted to get rid of this guy. So because his martial arts prowess was so good, he was so good and versed in Monkey Kung Fu, it's hard to defeat him. So he tricked him one night by inviting him for a dinner, and he came in to have dinner, and they put something in his drink, and he passed out, and they made him think that he had raped Lo Lei's sister. And Lo Lei was like, "Oh, you disgraced my house and my family," but he didn't. He just passed out drunk. But she was like, "Oh, he took advantage of me." It was all a scheme, right? And so they told him, they said, "We got to punish you." So they damaged his hands because in the monkey style of Kung Fu, your monkey fist style, that's like your hands are really strong. And you can do a lot of different techniques with your fingers and your hands. That's the basis of your style, is rooted in your hands. So they severely damaged his hands. And so he went in, became a recluse, and he found this young man that he took on as a student, and he taught him his monkey fist. And that student went and got his revenge. The movie is great. Mad Monkey Kung Fu is what it's called.
Kung Fu, yeah.
Yeah, but
why does it look like Gordon Liu is giving us the bird down there?
Because he's playing a monk in there too. And Gordon Liu is the younger adopted brother of Lau Kar-yang and Lau Kar-young. So and his name is Lau Kar-hu. That's why they call it Gordon. That's his American or Western name, Gordon Hu. But he's their younger adopted brother. And the interesting thing in the movie, if you watch the two Lau brothers fighting in the end fight scene, they look just alike. So it's hard to tell them in this movie, one from the other, with the exception that they made the older one have a little more gray hair.
Right.
But that they look so much alike but they're not twins, but they are. And guess who's their dad?
Who?
The old man, Simon Ewan.
That's their dad?
That's their dad. So,
man,
dude.
2025. I'm just not learning this.
But yeah, man, listen, man. No, I'm sorry. He's not their dad. He's Yuan Wu Ping's dad. Forgive me. I'm talking to.
Oh, okay. The other. Okay.
Simon Yuan, the drunken master, the old guy. That's Yuan Wu Ping, the famous choreographer. That's his dad. And the Yuan brothers, they got several brothers too. But Lao Ka-yang and Lao Ka-young, those two guys are descendants of Wang Fei Hong's student tree. So their kung fu comes from the real Wang Fei Hong school of martial arts. So, well, yeah, I put them up there because this film, I would recommend it to anyone. It's got a little kind of over-the-top comedy in the first half because you got guys running around bluffing like they're the ultimate kung fu master.
Yeah.
And what it is it's really the guy in the center of the photo here. He's the real master, but he's hiding out like a recluse. And there are people trying to get after him because if they could take him down, they win the position of being the ultimate martial arts master. Now, in Chinese martial arts, there's something called the 18 low hand fists. That's like 18 styles of kung fu, all diversified to come together. And in this film, Legendary Weapons of China, it's also known as 18 Weapons of Kung Fu. And they use, in the final battle, they use all of the weapons in their fight scene. They go from the broadsword to the spear to the sword. You know, they go through all 18 of the weapons. And each brother is real diverse at the weapon that they use. So,
man, I haven't seen this in so long. Charlene is asking where can he watch this?
It might be on YouTube, but you could probably definitely see it on Amazon Prime. Amazon Prime has a lot of Shaw Brothers films on there. But it's a great movie, man. And it's just recently been remastered, so even you can catch it on Blu-ray now too.
Man, I was watching this movie on the Fire Stick. You know when I watched it? I watched it when I had COVID. And I was isolated in my damn bedroom, and I was watching everything. And I came across this movie with Gordon Liu.
Yeah.
So, what was the name of that movie at the end where he bit that guy's throat off and he started screaming at the end and the film ended? What was the name of that one? He had hair.
No, that wasn't Gordon Liu. You're talking about Lao Ka-yang, Beardy, who the Thundering Mantis.
Are you sure? Because
that's where he bit the guy at the end, and he was screaming. He went crazy because he had a little friend, a little boy, and they tortured the little boy and they killed him, and he went.
No, not that one, not that one.
Okay,
I know that one you talking about. This one, there was some corruption in this town, and the girl was seeing, I want to say, his brother, and they tried to ambush him in the forest and they killed him. And then she ran up to the dudes that killed him and said, "Yo, you killed Feng Sei, you killed Feng Sei." And then he kicked her in the face and she did a flip and he killed her too. It was, I mean, I didn't mean to laugh, but it was funny as hell. And then Gordon Liu's character went bonkers at the end. He killed everybody. At the very end, he's fighting this dude underwater. He bit his throat out and he jumped up out the water, started screaming, and the movie ended. Man, that was the funniest goddamn thing.
I don't remember that one. I know I've seen him. I've seen almost all.
You know, I recorded it on my phone, like the ending, because I had to send it to all my boys. I said, "Yo, why don't we remember this movie?" Because the ending, you couldn't, back in the 80s, you couldn't have ended that film like that on Fox or on Channel 5 out here, because that was violent.
Right.
But my God, I don't remember seeing that film. My brother remembers it, but he said, "Nah, we saw it on VHS. This wasn't on Channel 5." Because the Shaw Brothers flicks used to come on Channel 5 out here. And the Golden Harvest joints used to come on Channel 11 out here. But my gosh, I don't remember that one. I'm going to find it, bro. I'm going to find it. It's on my Fire Stick somewhere. I'm going to find it. I'm going to send you the title. It's funny as hell.
Well, I got something. I know that you might have been a little blue earlier, but I got something that'll make you laugh and everybody in the chat laugh, because this one here, when you talk about weapons in movies, man, this is one of the best of all time right here. Remember the movie Batman when he got attacked by the shark?
Oh my God.
What?
Bro. Oh my God. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Let me tell you, I put it. Bro. Oh my God. No. This is the best one. What do you mean? Close the show. This is the best one.
Dude.
If y'all don't know what this is,
Man.
You know what, man? Adam West is the best Batman. I don't care. Where did he get this? And look at the assortment on there. Y'all reading this? He said, Robin, pass me the bat shark repellent. And I manta ray, whale, barracuda, aka Sean Porter, and shark. Bro,
Dude.
This is it.
Batman
This is the best weapon on here.
Hey, they always say, never give him prep time, huh? Because he's like,
Oh,
are you talking before prep time or after prep time? Because you give Batman prep time, and he gonna take anybody down.
he could take you down, man. Bro, the bat shark repellent. That is the best. That's the best weapon up here. Yo, Stormy, wait a minute. They were in a helicopter, right? When he dipped the helicopter into the ocean on that ladder, bro, when he came out with that shark on his leg, I was like, what the fuck? What are the odds? And then he says, Robin, pass me the fat shark repellent. And it's the camera cut to this. I was like, wait a minute. That's ridiculous. How does he have that? Why does he? How did you make that?
I can't breathe. Hold on. I can't breathe.
Yo. I'm on here. I got tears coming down my face right here, bro.
My goodness. Dude, when I did this show, when I come up with this show, I said, I'm going to sneak this in on Drew. And it's got to be one of the best weapons in movies of all time.
That damn shark was wiggling on it. If y'all have never seen this, go to YouTube and just put bat shark repellent. It's gonna take you right to this scene.
Oh my goodness.
And oh my God, I remember seeing this as a kid and I couldn't stop laughing. I said, how does he have that? Who makes that? Oh
Dude.
my God. That was
This right here. Listen, I got this movie on Blu-ray because it got remastered.
Yo.
And it's a fun time. If you ain't never watched the series, watch the movie. You get the whole series in one movie because he takes on all his villains that was on the TV series in this movie. But this scene right here was the scene stealer of the film right here when he was out there in the ocean and that damn shark got a hold of his ass.
Man, when he came out, I said, no. I'm thinking he's just going to punch it and it's going to fall. He says, quick, the bat shark repellent. I said, hell no. He don't have that. And then they show all of that. He got barracuda, whale, manta ray, and shark. What is he doing with that? Bro, stop the show right now. This is it.
Yep, that's Batman for you, bro. That's Batman.
Oh, that's funny as hell. That's funny as hell. Oh my God, that's funny as hell. The bat shark repellent.
I knew you'd get a kick out of that one, man. I was
That's
like,
number one.
oh.
If we put in order, that's number one right there. That's number one right there. That's number one right there.
And you got to be of our generation, or very close to remember that shit. And as funny as it is,
Yep.
that right there, bro.
The bad
Every once in a while they would put the movie on TV.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They
They
normally would do it around Christmas, actually. Oh, that's funny.
That was one of the. I think I'm gonna watch that. I don't think I have enough time to watch it this evening, but I'm gonna watch it very soon.
I remember the music playing. Oh man, that was funny as hell. How did Adam West get through doing all these episodes without laughing at some of the crap, man? Oh man,
dude, they said that Adam West. There's a documentary on YouTube about him. I just watched it a couple months ago. That man got more poontang.
Yeah, he did.
During that era, because the chicks loved Batman, dude. Even though it was a campy, corny type TV show or whatever, dude, they used to participate in orgies and everything. And Adam West, he used to leave the set with the suit on, because the chicks used to dig the suit.
Yup. And
they give him some just for showing up with the suit. Man, it was something else, bro.
Yeah, he got around. I know the documentary you're talking about. Yeah, he got around. And he embraced that. He didn't try to do nothing else. He embraced that Bruce Wayne. He did.
Yeah, he lived it up, man.
Yeah. He sure did. Man. Salute to Adam West, man. He got a second bite at the apple, because when they put Adam West on Family Guy, that was really his voice. That was really him. Until the day he passed, that was really him. Oh boy. All right. On the bottom, go all the way to the right. The guy with the knife in his mouth. Okay, I have to explain this to y'all, because this is weird. That character's name is Crying Freeman. That's why he's crying. His name is Crying Freeman. It's an anime, but they also did a live action that I cannot watch. The reason why. Now, this Stormy, first of all, you ever heard of this?
Yeah.
Okay. He's a Yakuza, I think, a hitman or something.
Mark Dacascos did a live action.
Yeah.
Crying Freeman.
I don't know why this dude has to strip ass naked, but he does. And the crazy thing is, when he jumps around, he puts the blade in between his toes, and starts offing people. It's the weirdest thing. But I just thought it was an interesting weapon, and the way he used it. The way he used it was very, very strange. Very, very strange. So, Crying Freeman, that blade he has, I had to put that up there. The blade didn't have a name, but it was more or less the way he used it that was very, very interesting to me. Very creative. Very, very creative. I haven't watched this in over 2 decades, but I don't remember the plot. I did watch the anime. You saw the anime?
Not the whole anime, but I have seen parts of it.
Yeah,
I got introduced to it in the mid to late 90s.
Yeah, this was weird. He went to this island and he had to fight somebody, and he fought this giant black chick, Stormy, who fought just like him. She was ass naked, and they're scrapping. And You know how he beat her? Threw her on the floor and mounted her, and he threatened to bite her nipple off, and she submitted. And she's just fighting with a big ass afro. It was like, do I get mad at this or do I? It was crazy. Young DZ saw it. Yeah, this was crazy. This was crazy work. If y'all could find it, just watch it. It was very odd. It's one of those movies you watch, you're looking like, I want to enjoy it, but am I a weirdo if I enjoy this? It's crazy stuff. But the live action one I didn't see. But this was like, the character, I don't know if it's creative or just weird. But how he used that blade was just like crazy. It was crazy. So I just want to throw that on the list. Crying Freeman. It's crazy stuff. Let me see. You got anything else? Because I got a couple of more.
Yeah, I see one that you put on there that I intended to put on, but I had ran out of time as I was downloading some stuff. This
Yes.
Right here,
Yes, Crow. This right here, I saw this in the movies twice. And don't ask me, I haven't seen it since then. So don't ask me what the plot was. I know it was science fiction. They were on another planet. And that star was the dopest thing I've ever seen. And I got so mad at the end. Oh my gosh, he commanded that thing with his hand. He throw it and he cut people up and it'd come right back. It was like an enchanted weapon. And I don't know.
You know where Blade get that from.
Hey, listen. The 80s was something else. The 80s sparked a lot of stuff. The 80s made people remix a lot of stuff. Yeah, man. Man, listen. I got mad at the end watching this. I got mad because he killed that monster and it was stuck and he was trying to get it back and it was moving, but it wouldn't come out. I was mad as hell. I was like, yo, just go in there and get it. Just couldn't do it, man. I was so mad. But this was the dopest. Do you remember the advertisement? Remember the commercials for this?
Yeah.
They intertwined the blade with the title of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
But man, this was great stuff, man. And what was the name of that? What was the name of the weapon again? I forgot.
Now that I don't remember. I don't remember the name of the weapon.
Yeah, that was this thing right here was man, this he's throwing it, man. This was a cool thing to have. And this was also back when you could go to those little Asian stores and buy yourself those Chinese stars? Yeah. You used to call them Chinese stars, yeah. Used to, yeah. They would never sell that today, man. But there was like 2 spots around where I live. They sold the big stars for $5 and the small ones for like $2. And I look back at that now. I said, yo, I told my friends, you remember you should go to that store, had the $5 Chinese stars, and I'm like, man, they would never ever sell that today. That dude sold blades, little swords and stuff. You would never. And in Chinatown, out here, forget about it. You was selling they would sell all of that stuff. They would sell all that stuff. You cannot do that today.
Man, we had access to so much stuff, and guess what? We didn't kill each other with it either, did we?
No, we didn't. We didn't. I remember we all brought them to school. It was throwing. We had like I don't know how we survived the 80s, man, because we had a sandbox over here and the equipment was wood. And every day someone got a splinter that they couldn't get out their hand.
Oh, man.
It's crazy, man. It was the worst thing ever. And we would get our stars and start throwing them at the wood.
I used to hate getting splinters.
Man, especially when you couldn't get it out. Oh, man. It's bad business, man. But I forget the name of this thing here. But This was one of the coolest. This was one of the coolest things. And I don't remember the name of it. You know what? I'm gonna watch this. I haven't watched this movie in well over, oh boy, 40 years. I haven't watched this movie in a long time. Goodness. Now the next slide I got down there, hands down, my favorite weapon of all time in, like, you know, those medieval movies. If y'all haven't seen Sword and the Sorcerer, go put yourself on timeout. This sword was so cool. It's 3 blades in one. It's 3 blades in one. And it fired like a gun. The blades would fire off like a gun. As a matter of fact, the guy, Stormy, what's the name of the channel? The guy forges weapons. What's his name? He got like 2 million subs. Chad, help me out. What was the guy's YouTube channel? He forges weapons. All the swords you see in video games and in the movies, he makes them. This guy, man, what is his name? But I think he made this, and of course it doesn't do what it did in the movie, because in the movie the blade shot off. You know what I mean? But this was dope. This was dope. He gets the blade early in the movie, and some bandits was trying to kill him or whatever, or take over. I think he was like a prince or something, and he lost a finger. He lost a finger early in the film, but he grows up, he has his sword, and there's some demon that comes back to life. And bro, this sword, man, this was another thing. I saw it in the movies, and then when it came on, I think it came on HBO back in the day. Every time it came on, I watched it. Oh no, Corbin, we ain't get to that yet. I'm saying this is only part 1, y'all. This is only part 1. We can't sum up all of the movie weapons in one show at all. Some of the stuff y'all haven't seen. If y'all haven't seen this, Sword and the Sorcerer, find it. Find the movie. Sword and the Sorcerer, find it. You're not gonna be disappointed. Yep. Now, interesting take. I see Troll Slayer in the chat. Interesting take. Crow, right? Was it Crow? Or do you mean Cull? Because there's 2 different things. Crow was the movie that we just showed.
Yeah, I think he means Cole.
Cole, from what I understand, the story is Cole is actually Conan's father. Something like that. I think they bridged that gap back in the day. Like, okay, he's from an earlier point of history, and I think he has a son, and they find out that that's Conan. So I think Kull the Conqueror is Conan's father. I think I gotta look that up. I recall reading that somewhere, or was it speculated? I don't remember. But I think Kull the Conqueror is Conan's dad. But this right here, if y'all didn't see Sword and the Sorcerer, go watch it. You're not expecting an Academy Award. It's demons, and there was a part during the last fight scene where one of the soldiers got hit with a morning star, and it knocked half his face off, and the camera showed it. It was crazy. His eyeball flew out. It was sick. It was sick. Knocked his, man. Oh man, I need to find this. Storm, you got this on Blu-ray or DVD or something?
No, I got it on DVD.
Man, this movie right here, man. You know the scene I'm talking about where dude got his face knocked off?
Yeah.
Oh man.
I haven't watched this movie, man, in like shit. It's got to be about 30 years. I haven't watched this movie.
Yeah, yeah. This movie was bloody, but that sword was crazy.
This is why, like, this show is so good because it takes us back to some stuff that we may not have. It may be laying dormant in your memory bank until it gets awakened. Because like last week when we did the movie Popeye, it inspired me. I told you I was gonna pick up that Blu-ray. I got the Blu-ray for like $7,
Mm.
and because I had the DVD of it, the original DVD, but I said I wanted to see Popeye on Blu-ray. Haven't had a chance to watch it yet, but I tell you another one that I got my eyes on because I didn't have it in the collection, but I seen it a long time ago when it came out. Was Dick Tracy.
Oh, Dick Tracy, that was a good movie, man. I liked it.
Yeah, Warren Beatty,
Warren Beatty, yeah.
Madonna, Al Pacino in it. No, Robert De Niro. One of them is in there. I forget which one is in there. But
They
yeah.
brought that to life, man. That was another one they brought to life.
See films like that, Sin City, and a few others. Those are the kind of movies we should definitely do tributes to them because again, that's when Hollywood was taking risks on certain topics and certain genre and stories.
Right.
Everything of today seems to be a rehash or a retread or
Yeah.
because there's still plenty out there in the annals of the creative process that haven't been touched yet. That's why, like, I don't understand. Like James Gunn, he tried to do this Superman thing. You didn't have to try to start it all over again. Could continue with Henry Cavill, but tell some damn different stories. Tell some stories. We never seen Brainiac. We never seen Mxyzptlk. We never seen a lot of the character's been around for 80 years.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like talking about Marvel, they're going back into trying to get back into the things that made them successful and getting away from the MCU. They trying to get away from that now and go back. Do you know there's this lady out there? She got a channel. She covers the Hollywood stuff and everything because they released information on who the cast of the film is going to be and how it's so male centric and heavy now, right?
Uh-huh.
Do you know she's trying to sit up there and make comments like, "Oh, the women aren't being represented," and you better shut up with that foolishness. That's how they got into trouble. And she knows that already, but she just feels like offended, or I won't even say offended is the word because she doesn't champion any cause, but she likes to stir the pot. And it's like being female centric or overly saturated with the women power and all of that. That had nothing to do with why those characters and everything came into prominence. Had nothing to do with it. It's like if you want to take the focus off of the men who are established and everything.
Yeah.
And they're saying now that Avengers Doomsday is a direct sequel to Endgame. A direct sequel. So the way that film ended, you know what happened? Stark with the final snap, all of that stuff. The Russos have found a way to tie this film into that. So a lot of what we experienced since then is gonna kind of like be reimagined and stuff like that. So they basically turning the soil over.
Their mouths gonna get them in trouble, but they don't care if they crash a ship. They just want to get their point across. That's why I can't stand their monkey asses. Go away. Go away. I got one more down there. You want to pull that up?
Okay. Let's see here.
Blame. Blame.
Yeah.
First Predator film, aka Jesse the Body Ventura. Oh boy. This right here.
I ain't got time to bleed.
I ain't got time to bleed. Man, oh man. When this came out and we came to school after we saw it, like everyone was in school and not everyone saw it. It's like, yo, you saw Jesse Ventura's gun? Yes. Oh my gosh. His name in the movie was Blaine. But we all knew him as Jesse the Body Ventura, the wrestler. And this was the coolest goddamn thing we've ever seen. Man, listen.
And do you remember how when you first got that first look at Predator, when my man named Bill Duke,
Yeah.
he's like, I see you.
Uh-huh.
See you over there. Look up there. And then you could see him moving. You saw like the space around him. You know, it's like he was transparent. Dude,
Yep.
that was so cool, wasn't it?
Oh
When
man.
seeing it for the first time.
Man,
He's
that
like,
was
what the hell is that?
the first appearance of the Predator was unlike anything you've ever seen. It was so creative. So creative. So creative, man.
Do you remember the scene when he shot old boy's arm off
Yeah.
with
I remember that.
that beam?
Yep. Took it right off.
Dude, when I first got my home theater system installed, and they came to that scene and it went, shoo. Dude, that was the best sounding thing because I had put that movie on and I was watching it in my house and
Man,
like, man, that sounds like
Carl Weathers screamed so loud he turned to Teddy Pendergrass.
he sure did.
He was like, ah! I was like, oh, he hit a note. Predator kicked everyone's ass. Billy
Yeah,
just,
man.
you know,
That
in the
was
comic
awesome.
book, they actually show what happened to Billy and how he got.
Yeah.
Yeah, but man, this Gatling gun right here, Lord have mercy. This is one of those guns. This gun, this movie made Gatling guns famous
Yeah.
because in those games, those shoot 'em games, once you beat it and unlock a Gatling gun, that means you can run through the game. You know,
And that's realistically not a gun you can handle like that.
no.
But that was just, for heightened effect for the movie, make a guy seem more badass and everything.
The gun gotta be, well, I've seen one. They're a little bigger than that. And you gotta have it a little further away from you because it's hot.
Yep. And it's
Very
got
hot.
to be inches or something too. Stability. So,
But this was amazing, man. He was
Now we-
dumping shells.
I know you had said, that we could have ended the show with Batman, but we're going to end the show with this right here because this is the one, man.
Oh, come on. Of course.
The best weapons in film.
You know why this is the best weapon? I'm gonna tell you why. This is the best weapon. Not only because of what it does, but because of who's wielding it. No normal person could wield a lightsaber like how a Jedi does.
Right.
And Obi-Wan, everybody that we've seen showed here, can't kill Obi. Because first of all, they're so strong, they're moving other things coming at them out the way with the Force, or they're just blocking it. Lightsaber, hands down, is the best weapon. It's the best one.
Dude, I got a certain amount of nostalgia for these films too, even the second trilogy, but the first three and the second three, I'm locked in with those because just an amazing thing, man. And I do have an appreciation for what they did with the Disney Plus series, like the Obi-Wan series, and because they realized over a period of time they should have did something more with Ewan McGregor's younger Obi-Wan,
Yeah.
But and we did do a show on that. We did a show on Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
But the lightsaber, man, is hands down. And do you know they actually have them now? You can actually buy one.
Yeah.
And
Did you
those
see the
suckers
one
are
those
dangerous.
you see the one those Chinese dudes made?
Yep.
Holy
They're dangerous.
crap.
They're dangerous. You can kill yourself or hurt somebody with those
Wait,
things.
did you see the replica that he made though?
Yeah.
It actually it comes out and it detracts. It detracts kind of slow.
Right.
But it spins and it comes out and it turns colors and it makes the noise, and they brought it to a comic convention. And people were like, yo, what is that? I think I sent it to you on Instagram in the DMs.
Yeah, you did.
Oh man, that's crazy. I want one. But this would, yeah, if you're ranking them, it has to be the lightsaber. Man. Absolutely. And you see those lightsaber handles that they have for sale?
Mm-hmm.
Man, those things are expensive. They look great though. Very expensive. But this is the number one, yeah. Obi-Wan.
Man. That's the dream weapon I have, bro. Dream weapon.
Yeah, not me though. Nor my dumb ass. I'll press a button and hack my whole goddamn leg off. But man. Get that and I ain't even gonna say what you can do.
You can change a lot of attitudes.
Sure can. And people need to meet it, man. God damn, it's 10:30 already. Look at that.
Yeah, man. We cooked today, bro.
Yeah.
We cooked. But that Batman shark repellent, Drew.
Oh.
Batman has got to be the coolest hero ever, because he's like, I guess in his spare time, he just sit up and be inventing shit to take other people down. You know what I mean? So he ain't never worried about nobody.
There's a channel where he got contingency plans for everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even Freddy Krueger. That killed me. I said, what?
Have you ever seen that guy? He got a YouTube channel and he runs around like Batman and he be catching people doing stuff.
Guys
and
are cool,
like
man.
Somebody litter and shit. He'd be like, hey, what you think you're doing? He's like, oh, I'm sorry, Batman. I meant to throw it in the garbage. He's like, too late. Let me show you something. And he starts beating them up and shit. And then he always ends it with like a double boot to the face where he says, good night. That dude had me cracking up, man. He be beating up people. There's a real funny one he did where some dude stole something from Walmart and he was in the parking lot and Batman got after him, right? And Batman was chasing him and dude jumped in the car and started taking off and Batman tripped and fell. And he says, Alfred, I lost him. And then there's this big dude come running out of Walmart. Don't worry, Batman, I got him. He started running after the car. And he catches the guy.
Oh my God.
The guy like Batman would. And then Batman joins in and helps him.
Man, that's funny as hell.
That guy, I don't know his channel, but I've watched so many of those Batman clips. They are funny as hell. He's pretty good.
That's funny.
Hey, give me your final thoughts, bro, for tonight.
Man, this is fun. I can't wait till we do a part 2, because all of this was off the top of my head. It was the top of Stormy's head. We had some stuff lined up, but this is easy for me because I had a real childhood growing up. Yeah, Jonathan Simon. Yeah. He said Jeepers Creepers. Yeah, man. But this has been fun, man. Can't wait to see what we do next week. You know what I mean? Till then, I'm doing pep talk tomorrow night, and yeah, I'm gonna get some rest tonight. I'm tired, but man, another slam dunk, Stormy. Appreciate this, man, and I can't wait to do part 2 because there's so many other things that we didn't touch on.
Right.
Yeah, hell yeah.
'Cause I got like, several more. And then, when we kind of can venture into the comic book aspect of best weapons and stuff, because I intentionally tried to steer clear of that because that could be a subgenre of this subject within itself.
Yes.
But yeah, and someone mentioned Clint Eastwood earlier in the show, and I'm like, yeah, I'm saving for part 2
So
because
part 2. Yeah.
yeah, but but there's so much, man. You see how I say, like, this show, what we can bring forward, because we also not only do we have our topic and subject, but then we break off into our personal experiences and reminiscing on certain other aspects of this whole entire thing, and that's what makes it great. That's what makes it great to be able to do this, because sometimes we need to be able to literally let our hair down, so to speak.
Right.
We're adults, all of us, we got families and lives where we take it to the max, and the world is tough, but to be able to have a place to come and just sit back, kick it, laugh, and reminisce on when the world was such an easier place for us.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. So salute, man. Salute, brother. I'm gonna go ahead and go lay it down, and holler at you guys tomorrow, man. Peace.
All right, peace to you, brother. Have a good night.
You too.
Yeah. So yeah, this is where we've come, you guys. Come to the end of another nerd show, where we have done a great conversation, to talk about what we experience as nerds out here in the world. I appreciate everybody came out. We typically don't do the roll call thing when we do this show because we jump right into our subject. But just notice, guys, that if we didn't shout you out, if we didn't call your name, don't take that personal, because we'd be so engaged with the conversation. And what we're going to also do is we're going to introduce, especially going into next year, because this will be our 3rd year going and doing this show. We're going to be able to have an open panel where we can invite fellow nerds on and have discussions with us over some of the subject. So look forward to that in 2026. It's not lost on us to totally involve the audience in the experience of what we do here. So thank you guys for tuning in this evening. If you didn't hit the like button on your way in, please hit it on your way out. And just know that we're going to be here to keep it going for you with the Nerd Show. There's so much more to be done here. So with that being said, we're going to get on out of here. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. Thank you guys again for tuning in. Peace to you and have a great rest of the week.